Namaste, I'm JVN Dr. Sapna Gehlot and the session is on globalization and international relations. Well, आप इसमें क्या क्या समझेंगे? Globalization, meaning, definition, introduction, nature, salient features, factors responsible for globalization, then impact of globalization like positive impact of globalization, negative impact of globalization and the conclusion. आज हम करेंगे about the introduction, meaning, definition, nature and salient features of globalization now. The post-Cold War international relations are characterized by the process of globalization and liberalization. The term globalization is a post-Cold War and the post-Soviet development. It is a process of growing interdependence between people of all nations. The term globalization has been derived from the word globalize, which means the emergence of an international network of economic system. In 1980, globalization began becoming popular when economist Theodore Levitt wrote an article in 1983 which entitled Globalization of Markets. In the words of Baylis and Smith, globalization is a process whereby social relations acquire relatively distanceless and the borderless qualities. Globalization is a concept of securing real social, economic, political, and cultural transformation of the world into a real global community. Now it comes to the salient features. Salient features. Now, the first is the liberalization. It stands for the freedom of the entrepreneurs to establish any industry or trade or business venture within their own countries or abroad. Then the free trade stands for a free flow of trade relations among all the nations. Each state grants MFN, yani most favored nation status to other states and keep its business and trade away from excessive and hard regulatory and protective regimes. Globalization of economic activity. Economic activities are be governed both by the domestic market and also the world market. Stand for the process of integrating the domestic economy with world economies. Liberalization of import-export system. It stands for the liberating the import-export activity and securing a free flow of goods and services across borders. Privatization, keeping the state away from ownership and means of production and distribution and letting the free flow of industrial, trade and economic activity across borders. Increased calibration, encouraging the process of calibrating among the entrepreneurs with a view to secure rapid modernization, development and technological advancement. Economic reforms, encouraging fiscal and physical and the financial reforms with a view to give strength of free world trade, free enterprise and market forces. Yani integrating of domestic economy with the global economy when it features opening up the economy to foreign capital, foreign investment, foreign technology and free competition. Free international trade with liberalized approach towards export and imports, removing of all tariffs and the non-tariff restrictions, expansion of multinational corporations, free flow of international capital and other economic transaction across the political boundaries of the nation. Information technology is integral to the process of globalization. And the scope of the process of globalization seems to be increasing rather than narrowing over time, taking on the culture, political, social and environmental dimensions in addition to the economic. Several international institutions including like the you can say the World Trade Organization, the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, the UN agencies such as the International Labour Organization, the United Nations Development Programme, the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, etc., play an important role in the process of globalization. This globalization is characterized by shrinking space, shrinking time, and disappearing border. It has swung open the door to the opportunities.